Hey, everybody. It is my pleasure to be here in Rhode Island visiting the Gloria Gemma Breast Cancer Resource Foundation this week. And I thought while I was here, I would visit some old friends, some of the ladies from the original Gloria Gemma She Rose class from the class of 2023. After they go through the program, I follow them on Facebook and I sort of peek in on their lives to see how they're doing. And I just thought it'd be fun to sit down and have them listen to the story they recorded back then, and then find out how life has been treating them, what's new with their health, and then also how has the program impacted them going forward, if they still are in touch with their sisters or doing anything that has projected them forward based on the programs we offered. So right now, my very first interview of the day is with Alison Bruck. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me so we can discuss this wonderful program.
Thank you. Yes, you know what we're going to do? So we're going to take a pause. I'm going to play the original interview. I'll have you listen to it because I don't even know if you remember what you said.
No, I do not.
and then we'll just talk about it afterwards.
Okay. Sounds good.
So be right back. Hi, everyone. I'm here with Alison Bruck, who is part of the Gloria Gemma Foundation, the She Rose program. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Had a wonderful time.
I'm so glad. We're here at Alexandra's Boutique in Fall River, Massachusetts, and they have this massive boutique of thousands of gowns. How did you pick yours?
Oh my gosh. So I tried on a few different colored. I tried on a gray gown that fit me perfectly, flattering, loved it. Tried on a few others. Then this gorgeous pink gown was brought to me. And the minute I put it on, I knew that was the one. I love it.
I saw a sneak peek of this picture of you, and wow. I mean, I can just say, like, you look like a professional model. I love it. I can't wait to see the professional photos when they're turned into me. So congratulations on today's photo shoot and making it this far in this program, because it has been a commitment. You guys joined back in February and had to commit to several things, which was SCART and then story crafting, and then today, and then of course you'll be celebrated at the Flames of Hope event. But tell me, out of this entire experience, was there anything that is a standout for you as to what helped you any way, shape, or form?
Well, first, thank you for all these opportunities that you just mentioned. They have been truly a blessing to have experienced with my fellow Pink sisters. I feel what was the most important for me to get out of this was the camaraderie with my fellow sisters. We have been able to share stories, count on each other. It has been a blessing in my life to have met all these wonderful women through the She Rose program, thanks to Gloria, Gemma, and you.
Oh, I love that. And I know today you're going to be reading your story entitled Stillwater. And really, I have to say, just even the name of that makes you feel good. There's just a piece of, in that one word that I love. And what resonated with that word to you?
I have chosen a lotus to symbolize my story. We know lotuses grow up from muck and mess, and they need to grow in still water to thrive. I also happen to live on Stillwater Drive.
Oh, that's convenient.
So it resonates with me with the lotus and the Stillwater, and it did not occur to me until maybe a month ago how I live on Stillwater. So it gives me comfort knowing, going through my cancer journey, I have lived on Stillwater.
Well, I can't wait to hear your story, because the symbolism of growing in still waters is so powerful.
Wow.
Something I'm going to remember in my own life. So without further ado, this is Alison Bruck reading Stillwater.
I use the word blessed a lot to describe the journey of my life. At the age of 9 months, I was adopted by the most loving family and have been given every opportunity in life. I also use the word unknown to describe so much in my life. It is unknown how my life started living in an orphanage, yet I am blessed to have been given the chance to live an incredible life. It is unknown to me why my ex-husband decided to disregard our marriage, yet I am blessed to be in a loving, supportive relationship today. I will never know how or why I got cancer, yet through this diagnosis, there have been blessings. I dare say cancer has taught me more about myself than I would have ever learned if I had remained healthy, has made me reevaluate parts of my life I would have never questioned if life continued as it was. July 7th, 1977, my family moved overseas for my father's job, and over the course of 10 years, we traveled and experienced a truly blessed life. It wasn't always easy for everyone being away from our extended family, but my dad loved his job, so we were there for him. To this day, I maintain friendships made while living in England, and those friendships have helped me through the last year of treatment. It is also where I got swept off my feet by a tall, blue-eyed French man from Paris. When I moved back home, we married and had 3 beautiful children. Our fairy tale romance ended, and I became a single parent as he decided to not only leave me, but our children as well. My children and I persevered by the guidance and support of my incredible parents and thrived. In 2008, my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was my turn to take care of her. Cancer is such a scary word, and I was petrified of losing my mom. Today, she is still in treatment and amazes us all with her strength. I was blessed to meet the love of my life, Dominic, who not only adores me, but has helped me raise my children. Through so much unknown, I remain blessed and grateful. June 19th, 2022, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. A short 3 weeks after my father died, my whole world was crumbling around me. I am convinced he knew I was sick. As he was passing, as he found the strength in hospice to open his eyes a few times, to tell me he loved me when he hadn't spoken in days. As I had a breast MRI that was scary, I closed my eyes and saw him sitting in the room with me, having a beer and cigarette as he did, and I started laughing. He never leaves my side for any testing, surgeries, or appointments. The comfort it brings me is indescribable. I feel so blessed through all the unknowns of this journey. I am not through with this cancer journey, and do fear the unknown as well. I am only human and do let fear creep in from time to time. Some of the lessons I learned this past year have been awful and unwanted. However, I can also say I embrace some of the changes that have been thrusted on me. I suppose not knowing any of my medical history and having been healthy until 52, I woke up to realize I need to take better care of myself. It is a work in progress. I had a setback of the chemo attacking my body. We needed to stop treatment for a while to get me back on track. Through this, I started seeing a therapist after my primary care physician's office called and asked if I felt I needed social services. Talking to a stranger is just what I needed. No one should go through cancer alone, and all support offered to me is welcome. I have always loved the lotus flower, as I am an admirer of Claude Monet and even had the privilege of visiting his house in Giverny, France, to see his inspiration. Knowing lotus flowers grow from mud to emerge into a strong, beautiful flower, I feel a connection in 2 different ways. I literally started my life in an orphanage, which signifies muddy water to me, and blossomed into a world of beauty and hope. My cancer also signifies starting from the mess of the dirty water into what I pray will be my rebirth into health. The wisdom I have gained from the past year and what I want to share with everyone is when you fear the unknown, to know you are not alone. Turn to support groups, share your story with others, be there for others. As hard as it is, some days count your blessings. Gratitude and hope have brought me very far in life, and I will not give up on believing all will be right in my world again.
That is absolutely beautiful. And like I said at the beginning, I love your symbolism. You did mention your story, 2022 is when you were diagnosed?
Yes.
So this is so new to you. How are you doing today?
I just finished chemotherapy 2 weeks ago. I finished immunotherapy last week. I start radiation in 2 weeks. But I feel very hopeful that I'm going to be just fine. I have such faith, and I physically feel so much better now that I have stopped with the chemo. I will have reconstruction next year. But I feel like I'm definitely winning this battle and feel stronger every day. Today I feel great. I have energy, and I know I'm blessed, as other women are still struggling through this, and very, very grateful.
Well, thank you for being a beautiful lotus flower in this program and blooming like you do. And I just can't wait to continue following your healing journey and to see you not only thrive, but to bless others.
Thank you for every opportunity you've given me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I was watching you while you were listening to your story, and you got kind of teary-eyed.
Yes.
What was your immediate reaction, or what were your feelings when you were listening to yourself from about a year and a half, 2 years ago?
The amount of changes that have happened and are about to happen kind of caught me off guard. I had not heard my story in quite a while, and I still have the hope and faith that I'm going to be okay, but I have had a little scare that I don't know the answer to quite yet. With my lungs, I have an issue, so I'm just a little fearful of a scan that's coming up at the end of the month. So listening to that, I have to remind myself, remain faithful, remain hopeful. And then listening to how I live on Stillwater Drive, we're planning to move off of Stillwater Drive in the next 2 months. So I need to bring that piece with me to my next address, which is Le Fleur Street, which means the flower in French. So right now I have a lot of symbolism going through my head and what I need to bring to my new home.
Yeah. I wonder if you could bring a street sign with you somehow.
Yeah.
And kind of like frame it, make it still your past part of your future, because it's obviously that meant a lot to you being there. Can I ask you how your mom is doing? You mentioned her in the original interview.
She is still with us. God bless. She is one strong woman. She's 82 years old, and her breast cancer that started in 2008 has spread. So she has it in her bones, and but she is so strong and so independent, and will be moving with us. She lives independently at the moment, but we will be. She'll be living in a independent living situation in the next couple months. But she is one of the strongest women I know, considering all she has been through health-wise. Amazing.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll send her lots of love and prayers, and how sweet of you to be caring for her that way.
Yes.
Tissue myself here. So tell me, with the She Rose program, have you remained in touch with any of your She Rose sisters that you went through that program with?
Absolutely. I have formed some very strong friendships. We've gone away for the weekend. We meet for dinner. We do programs that Gloria Gemma offers to us. We talk on the phone. We're planning a vacation in October. So there's a group of us that are quite close. I know we had a big group of women in our original group, and we don't see each other as much as we like as a group. Although tomorrow night we're getting together for supper, so that's lovely. But a few of us have managed to escape once in a while to get away, and we text, talk. It's been wonderful. I'm so blessed by these friendships because they just get it. They get it. They understand. We understand each other, and that has helped through the journey. Sometimes I think my friends and family might be sick of hearing of my ailments, and they don't understand. And I I respect that. So having women that have been through it or going through it has really been a blessing to me and grounds me. Just this morning, I got a text from one of my sisters who her cancer has spread. She checks up on me. She's just an incredible human being. So I'm so grateful for her friendship and everyone else's.
Yeah. When you think back to the first time you guys all met and how nervous and scared and you guys were all strangers, what is the difference now? Like when you guys walk in a room, what do you see when you see these ladies compared to like when you first met them? Like what is the overall vibe of the group that gets together? Is it strength? Is it like a warm blanket? Like what is
Comfort. I just feel comfort when I see my friends through the She Rose program. It's like a big hug when I see them, or even when they text me. Like this morning, I just felt like she gave me a big hug, even though I wasn't with her. And I will see her tomorrow night so I can get a real hug. I just find comfort and strength when I'm with them. And knowledge. Some women, they're ahead of me, so they can help me through what I'm going through. I would use the word comfort.
Yeah, and then listening to your story and like knowing what you had to do to get through to that point when you sat down and went through story crafting and everything. Is there a part of that story that, or, that experience that still resides in you where you think of it and it gives you strength? Or is there any part of the program where you reflect on and it helps propel you forward, even with your new scanxiety that you're having for your lungs?
I was nervous to do the story and the painting because I'm not an artist. But I actually look back at the painting aspect of it and want to do another one because since then I have more scars because I had a deep flap surgery in November. So now my body looks completely different. And looking at my original painting, which may not be beautiful because I'm not an artist, it speaks volumes to me. So now I want to do another one.
Why does it speak volumes? I'm curious.
Well, I painted flowers, tulips, my favorite flowers, because I love those. And I look at it and think, wow, yeah, my body is still beautiful, albeit different. Having said that, I have no idea what I would paint next with my new scars, because I've added quite a few. I would really have to think how I would paint a new painting. And my story has changed too. One, I'm moving, and two, I've met my birth father recently.
And?
So that's really thrown a loop in my life. We're trying to figure out the dynamic of our relationship. It's also very new and very confusing and adds just a whole other element into my life of confusion. As I'm moving away, just as I meet him, it's...
Well, how far are you moving?
Florida. I'm going to move to Florida.
Really far. Oh, my goodness.
He lives in Massachusetts, but I got answers. So that has been part of my story was unknown. I found out he was a teenager. They were teenagers. Oh. That's why I was put up for adoption. It's nice having answers.
Yeah. Do you look like him?
I do. When my son looks like him, it's a little freaky. And he never married, never had children. So I'm his only child. And my son plays sports for college, and he's gone to every one of his games. It's quite something.
When you met him, I'm just curious, was there a hug involved?
Yeah, and tears.
I bet. And how, same for him?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's emotional. I get that from him, apparently.
Wow. And then your son, how did he react? I'm sure it's got to be special.
Yeah, they're still processing it. My children, I have 3 children, and they adored my father growing up.
Yeah.
So it's confusing for them, just as it is for me. But we just met in January, so it's really new.
Yes. Well, that's wonderful. And I'm sure you're a little bit sentimental moving away from this area, from, like you said, your found father, your birth father, and then also all these sisters.
Yes. Yes. It's I will come back quite often. I will have a daughter still living in Rhode Island. Two of my other children are moving to Florida, but one's staying here. So I'll be back often, and I would not miss some of the events at all. Like I've already bought tickets. I've already raised money to have a torch.
Yeah,
I will be coming back often. Thankfully, flights are easy to come by.
Now, yesterday we did start with the class of 2025. If you had to give them advice at this stage and knowing where you are now with this sisterhood, what would you tell them?
Embrace every opportunity that comes your way to get together. Get to know your sisters well. I know a few of the girls in this new class, and I'm so excited for them to experience everything. And two or three of them, if I remember right, I have to look at the list again. I've spoken up the She Rose program so much that one was hesitant because she was worried about the time involved.
Yeah.
I said, you have to do it. Find the time. Just find the time and do everything that comes your way and meet wonderful women. I wouldn't have met the girls I have now if I hadn't stepped out of my comfort zone to go to that first meeting. I think I knew one woman originally that I went to a program with, and now I consider her one of my closest friends.
I mean, really, truly, like I do want to emphasize that for anybody who's ever thinking about signing up, that this is a lifelong gift.
Yes.
It is not just the gift of that time during the class, which gets so much out of it, but it's a residual thing that just keeps benefiting. I love looking at Facebook and seeing groups as far back as 2012, 2013, still having lunch together. And there's just, like you said, that there's something, that unspoken word between all of you, that you get each other, and it's a lifelong friendship. And why I really appreciate meeting with you to catch up, and any final words of wisdom or anything that you would like to impart upon us, and then we'll catch up again with you in the future.
I really just want to thank you for bringing this program to us in Rhode Island, and to the Gloria Gemma Foundation for allowing us to partake in this. It has changed how I am dealing with my cancer from the past going forward. So I want to thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. It's life-changing.
Yes, and we're going to be, waiting to hear these results, but just knowing that you got it. It's going to be okay.
And I know everyone will pray for me, so I got it. I got it.
And you are surrounded by a strong tribe.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Alison.
Thank you so much.